So the next step here is to make the ring. So I actually have two pieces. We'll just work with one of them right now. This was the one. So this is the one that we made, the half cubit. So this is a technique that was shown to me, and this is to soften the copper to make the ring with. So you can bend it by hand. This way is way easier. It just takes a little bit longer. So I have here a map gas torch, and this is what you can use unless you have like an oxygen acetylene setup, which I also have and which I'm going to be using, but you can use this as well. But the oxyacetylene is way hotter and faster, and I like it and I'm comfortable using it now, so I use it all the time. I'm not going to really get into how to use oxygen acetylene. That's something you're going to have to kind of pick up yourself. You should be having so we don't need anything that hot because we're just heating up copper. So all I'm doing is taking this flame and I'm heating the copper up. Copper actually turns like a silver color as I'm burning along it, as it's getting hot. It looks silver, but it's actually red hot. Down, and then I go back. If I was using the map gas, it would take a lot longer than this, because the map gas is not as hot as the oxyacetylene. That done. Let's grab my pliers, and I have this little thing of water right here. So, right there. Pick that up and just like that, I cooled it down. So you can use different size pipe. You can use anything that's cylindrical. To show how easy this is, I have a Corona bottle here. I don't even drink, but a friend of mine was over and he left this Corona bottle. So now it helps me make rings. So I'll get closer so you can see this. I just go like this. It's good to have it overlap a little bit, like that. And just like that, I have a perfect ring. So I've got my pliers here. Kind of open it back up a little bit. And I'm just going to take the ends like this and bend them ever so slightly. Just like that. So I'm going to put those together, soldering that together, and that just turned out perfect. Even before I solder it, you can hardly tell that there's a break in it. So this is what happens when body, mind, and spirit, things just come together perfectly, just the way they're supposed to. So I move the camera inside and get it soldered up. So I moved inside my little shed here where I do a lot of my soldering and brazing. I put the ring, I'll show you, that we have made, and I just put it into this little vise here, like that, and I'm setting it so that it's all just lined up just perfectly. Sometimes you just kind of, when I get it so it's all lined up perfectly. The ends are meeting perfectly. Yeah, there we go. That, I'm very comfortable with that. That is perfect. So let me zoom in there. Maybe it won't zoom in, but So I'm using a silver solder. I use the rigid. It's called brazing rod. I use the rigid stuff. The stuff you get on the spool like this is nice, but it is not strong enough for tensor rings. Your ring can break apart if you use this soft, flexible stuff. You want the rigid stuff, and you can use different kinds. This is silver solder. It has 5% silver in it, and there's also bronze that you can get, but you have to use the oxygen acetylene with bronze because it needs to be really hot. But just to show you how easy this is, I just have the silver solder. Get my torch here. So I'll show you. So we're just gonna be heating this up. All right. Get this all just right here. I was messing with my tanks the other day, so now kind of gotta play with it a little bit. This is kind of a big flame. This is bigger than I need for sure, but I'm just gonna get this done here. So we're just heating up the copper. With oxygen acetylene, you can actually melt your copper, so you want to be careful. So you want to get nice red hot, and you just pretty much just like that. That little thing on there. You go back and forth. There we go. This thing is pretty much done. Again, pliers. Pick this up. Take it back over to this water bucket. And just like that, we have a really powerful tool, energy tool, tensor ring. We have made a tensor ring that simply. So look at that. So I have, you can see it's, see, kind of zoom in there a little bit. So this can be cleaned up. I actually have a grinding wheel with a brush on it, which I will put it on. So you can see, let me turn this around. This is a really easy way to clean your welds up that you make. So safety glasses would never use a grinder. Very important. It is so easy to get something flung into your eye. Just like that, we have cleaned up because I used a little bit too much solder. So I used a grinding wheel and just took a little bit of the solder off, and then I used the brass brush to smooth it out and to clean this, because nobody wants to have a dirty looking tensor ring. It's much nicer and more presentable, even though it does not affect the power of it. But nobody wants a dirty one. So to clean this, I will take this and I will soak it in lemon juice. Lemon juice like you'd buy at the store. I just soak it in lemon juice for a few hours. Sometimes I'll even forget about it and it'll go overnight. Then I'll take a brass brush, pull it out, rinse it off real good. Take a brass brush and I'll just brush it, pop, 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 pop. 10 seconds brush each side, flip it over to the other side, 10 seconds, pop, 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 and then it'll be all nice and shiny. So this is how you make a tensor ring. So you kind of form it, keep moving it around until it's like the perfect ring shaped. And some people are fortunate enough that their hand can actually fit through it and be big enough that it won't fall off. So I can actually wear this sacred cubit and have it with me. So a good measurement. Very powerful measurement. So, all right.